Hi there, my name's Simon Drew, and welcome to the Practical Stoic Podcast, where I give you practical Stoic advice for modern times. You can support the show by going to patreon.com/Simon Drew. I also do one-on-one mindset coaching, and you can book in your first free consultation by going to risetothegoodlife.com/coaching. On Facebook, you can join my group, the Practical Stoic Mastermind. But for now, enjoy this episode. Hi there, my name's Simon Drew, and welcome to the Practical Stoic Podcast. You know, as I've been coaching people, I've really come to understand just how powerful Stoicism can be in helping us to achieve our goals. You know, whether your goal is to lose 10 kilograms, to run a marathon, look on the brighter side of life, or start a business, there is something within Stoicism that can help you to achieve that goal and to push yourself to be the very best that you can be. And so in today's Wednesday podcast, I really wanted to hear from you guys about how Stoicism has helped you to actually achieve your goals in your life. And we got some really great responses, starting with Rod, who said, "I've found the dichotomy of control to be hugely beneficial. Focus energy only on what is in your control. It really helps increase efficiency by allowing you to analyze the situation and prioritize while worrying less about the things you can't influence. However, Stoicism has also helped shape the nature of the goals. To make the goal the effort of aiming and throwing the javelin, not at hitting the target, which is a preferred indifferent. I have started dieting and exercising this year, and previously my goal was weight-based. If I went a week and put on a pound, I felt like a failure, demotivated and likely to lapse. But weight is beyond my control. It could be salt or water or hormones or time of day that causes it to fluctuate. Now my goal is simply to do my best on what is somewhat in my control. Doing my workouts, monitoring and controlling what I eat. If I have done that and at the end of the week I've lost 3 pounds or put on 3 pounds, I now consider both those weeks an equal success. This has really helped me to keep track mentally. After decades of being clinically obese, I've lost nearly 3 stone this year, and I wouldn't have got there without Stoicism." And that's the end of Rod's answer. So Rod, thank you so much for that response. I really appreciate that, and congratulations on your success in weight loss so far this year. And the next answer comes from Reese, who said, "I feel that Stoicism has helped me feel better about whatever should happen in my career, rather than become overly stressed because of it. But it has exponentially helped me with my ultimate goal, which is to be happy and help others to be happy." So Reese, thank you so much for that response. And our next answer comes from Andrew, who said, "It allows me to focus on a goal, to put my time and energy into it, but not become attached or affected to the outcome." And Andrew, I completely agree with this, and this will be a theme that we see amongst many of the answers, because Stoicism really can help us to attach ourselves to the journey of achieving that goal, not necessarily to the result of that goal. Because if we attach ourselves to the journey and the process of achieving the goal, then we're much more likely to actually stick with it. Because if you can really love and appreciate the process of achieving something, then no amount of roadblocks will get in your way, because you'll understand that these roadblocks are just part of the process. And so moving on, we had an answer from Benjamin, and he said, "It helps to put everything in perspective. I can see what needs to be done in the short term, and be less concerned with the long term, with too many variables. As mistakes and unforeseen circumstances happen, I've been able to pause myself before acting, then decide the best course of action for that moment. When it's nighttime, a debrief helps to analyze the day and prepare for the next." And so Benjamin, thank you so much for that response. And you know, I really agree with what you're saying here, because in the future there are so many variables that could affect the outcome of our goals. So we really need to be prepared mentally for that. And you know, no amount of planning can foresee the circumstances that might fully affect or even ruin our chances of achieving our goals. And so it's really helpful to understand that and to say, well, maybe this will come about, but I'm going to attach myself to the journey and the process as opposed to the end result. And that way I can maintain full fulfillment and happiness on this journey. So thank you again. And the next response comes from Justin, who said, "It's greatly helped me to focus on the process rather than the results. Stoicism encourages us to take a longer view of things, to shift the perspective from a short-term to a longer-term perspective, focusing on what is in your control and keeping at it rather than giving up." So Justin, thank you so much for that response. And the next answer was a similar one, and it came from James, who was replying to this answer, and he said, "This is also my response, but I would say that Stoicism forces you to focus on the immediate, what's happening right now, focusing on the actions you are taking and focusing on impressions. These are, of course, done in service of long-term goals." And James, thank you for that answer as well. And our next one came from Scott, who said, "For me, it's helped to clarify my goals more than anything else. It helped me to realize how I wasn't really helping myself by setting a goal that I wasn't in control of achieving. Now my goals are a lot clearer, and that makes them easier to achieve, and I make progress every single day." And Scott, thank you so much for that answer. I completely agree that, Stoicism really can help us to get so much clearer on what it is that we truly want. And it helps us to set those goals that are actually achievable as opposed to focusing on things that are outside of our power. And that only leads to stress when we focus on things that we can't control. So again, thank you for that answer. And our second last response came from Dylan, and he said, "I used to carry around my anxiety and depression like an umbrella, except instead of keeping out of the rain, I only kept out of the sunshine. Stoicism helps me to be grateful, let go of things I cannot control, and to see the beauty in the world around me." So Dylan, I absolutely love this response, and it's so true that Stoicism can absolutely help us to see the beauty in the world and to develop a full and honest sense of gratitude for the great things that we get to experience in life. And just the simple process of taking a few minutes every night to write down some things that you're grateful for can completely transform your perspective on the world. And that is a powerful tool. So thank you for sharing that with us. And our final answer comes from Gunnar, who said, "Writing a daily journal entry when I wake up has helped me immensely. This Stoic practice helps me to keep my goals fresh in my mind and keep the path clear." And Gunnar, I think that many people who are listening right now will agree with you, because journaling seems to be one of the techniques that absolutely has helped so many people in Stoicism to get more grateful, to get clearer on where they're going, and to really see a different perspective than the one that they currently have. So it really is a powerful technique. And, I want to thank all of you who had responded to our question for this week. We've got some really great answers here, and I'm so happy to hear that Stoicism is being so influential in your lives in helping you to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And, I think with Stoicism, it doesn't matter how small or big your goal is, whether you're just trying to get more grateful or whether you're trying to take a multi-million-dollar company to a multi-billion-dollar company. The principles of Stoicism are timeless, and they can help with any goal that you have. And I honestly hope that this podcast has helped you to actually move closer to your goals by giving you some practical examples of how to use Stoicism in your life today, right now. And so again, I'd like to thank everybody who answered the question today, and I'll talk to you guys next time. But until then, I hope that this episode has helped you on your rise to the good life. Ciao. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Practical Stoic Podcast. I hope it's been valuable for you. And if you'd like to support the show, then you can go to patreon.com/Simon Drew. If you'd like to try mindset coaching with me, then you can book your first free consultation by going to risetothegoodlife.com/coaching. To join the community, just go to Facebook and search for the Practical Stoic Mastermind. The links to all of these places are included in the show notes, but for now, this is Simon Drew signing out.